Welcome to another video with Stash the Cash. My name is Mrs. Alex and today's video is actually saving challenges checking in. But before I do so, I just want to tell you exactly what I will be doing. So the first thing I will be doing is conveying my saving goals poetry style to you. Then I'm going to count some cash. I'm going to highlight anything that I have budgeted for, which will be on the table, and also the simplicity of saving challenges by the number of weeks. Then I'm going to add the total of this and show you the progress. And I hope this will encourage anyone out there to try or set new saving goals. And I know that Christmas is 10 clicks away. However, I just feel that any day you make progress is better than yesterday, basically better than the day before. So here we go. So I want to, as I said in the previous video, I write poetry as a hobby, and I wrote something a while ago and it relates to my saving goals. So I'd like to just share that with you, so bear with me. And it's called My Saving Goals. My saving goals in 23, roll with me and you can see. The penny challenge, this evolved. I was one who got involved. The coins were in, they stacked up quick. I was amazed, there was no trick. How much did I really save? 700 plus. I was amazed. The £5 note challenge, this came next. I stacked these fivers like they were decks. The £2 coins, yes, they were next. I've saved so many, you can bet. The envelope challenge, the hardest one. 400 monthly, I've just begun. I'm on a mission, can't you see? Noted by my family. The months have rolled, funds did unfold. Gifted funds, yes, they were many. Several hundreds I can see, given by my family. A giving family, yes, I have. And for this I am so glad. Several thousands I have saved. It's me, Miss Lex, I was amazed. I did this with the greatest ease, with grace and commitment. It was a breeze. And this was written by me in October 23. It's self-explanatory. And the key element is commitment. So once you commit to anything, anything is possible. So that's it really. So as I said before, we're looking at saving challenges on the fly. So I just want to share that with you. Ongoing progress. So as usual, when I open my binder, the first thing is the penny challenge. So I just want to show you that it is real. There we are. Penny challenge round 2. I've got some boxes ticked, but I've got a lot of boxes unticked. And because I track everything in my binder, I always know where I am. On the table, you will see I've got a few coins in here. They're not all ready to be bagged, but I'm just going to show you my binder. The last time I logged in coins was on the 3rd of the 11th, and the total was 151. And today I have another £20 to be banked. So that should bring it up to 171 in there. So that's the first one. I will be adding that shortly. I'll be logging it. And the next challenge I am looking for, it's the £5 note challenge, which I have in front of me. I have a container. When I get a fiver, I put it in. I usually have my challenges tucked away. So obviously I have this binder here and I have everything logged. So when I do have a fiver, I just slot it in this plastic envelope and I log it here. So I'll just open that. I have £25 to add to this jar and I have logged it, so I always know where I am. I'm going to show it to you. If all is well, I should have £370 in my £5 note jar, and I actually want to count it because I haven't counted it for a while. So I just want to keep it real. I could actually just show it to you like this, but I just thought Let me try and count it. Counting is not my forte, but I'll have a go, so bear with me. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So that should be 100. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. This should be 2 if it's correct. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So that's 3. Let's hope this is 70. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. And it actually is correct. I do have £370 in my £5 note jar. So just to show you that even though the struggle is real, I'm putting these fibres away like my life depended on it. So there it is, £370 in my £5 note jar. Moving forward, my next challenge it is actually my £2 coin tin, and this is in a sealed unit. I don't have it on the table. Just bear with me for a moment. I'm going to grab my tin just to show you that I still have it. So there we go. I have my £2 coin tin, and there it is. I just want to show you that it still exists. It is real. I just went to grab it, and it is in a sealed unit, so I can't count it, but I have tracked it for you. Well, I'm tracking it for me basically, and I have £110 in it to date. So that's there. And my last challenge I want to talk to you about is the envelope challenge my way, and I have these 4 envelopes in front of me. They should all have £100 in them, and what I'm actually trying to do is to keep 8 envelopes for 2 months and hopefully not pull any, and then if I manage to do so, then I will bank it. So this is round 1. I have 4 envelopes here, all brightly coloured, and they should each have £100 in them. The last time I was paid, around the 23rd, I actually slotted my envelopes with £100 in each envelope. So I just want to show you that I have done so, keeping it real. So as you can see here, the 23rd of the 10th funds, £400. So I should have £400, and I'm going to actually open it and just show you that I really do have £400 in there. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. So I have £400, and they're in 4 different envelopes. I've just showed you that, and it is my round 1, so I have to, obviously this is about the second week in November, so I should get paid shortly next week, so I will have 2 lots of envelopes, but at the moment I only have 4, and it's £400. So on the table I have shown you the penny challenge, I have shown you the £5 note challenge, I have shown you my £2 coin tin jar and my 4 envelopes which have £400 in there. And I know the struggle is real for a lot of people, but what I wanted to highlight to you, these are my ongoing challenges. And if I was to tell you when I started them and how much they add up to, you know, it just proves that, you know, small steps become bigger steps, and this can become a significant amount. So I'm just going to tell you briefly when I started them. This is my second attempt at the penny challenge, so that is why I have a lot of boxes unticked. So in regards to the penny challenge, I started it on the 30th of August, and it's 11 weeks now, and this is tallying at £171. The £5 note challenge, I started it on the 9th of May, and I've been doing this for 28 weeks, and this is tallying at £370. My £2 coin tin, I started it on the 29th of June, and I've been doing this one for 20 weeks. It's £110. And the envelope challenge, which is my newest challenge, my envelopes which I've just shown you, which has £400. This is my round 2, and I slotted these envelopes on the 23rd of the 10th, so that's October, and we are now almost the 23rd of November. Next week will be the 23rd. So even though these challenges, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, it's not a big deal. You know, a few pennies, a few fivers, a couple of notes, it's not a big deal. If you were to add up all these challenges on the table, it would tally up at £1,051. So that's why I always say, pennies make pounds and pounds have use. And when you're doing something, it doesn't matter how simple it is, how small the amount is, just soldier on, because who would have thought that on the table I have funds of over £1,000 in just some simple challenges. So, I mean, it's self-explanatory. It's in your face. I'm keeping it real, and I've shown you the evidence. There is something else I wanted to talk to you. There is 2 other things that I have budgeted for, and I want to talk to you about the first one. It was in regards to a saving challenge, but the reason why it isn't on the table now, it was a saving challenge that hasn't been banked. It was a saving challenge to be used, so I just want to talk about it. It was actually the £10 a week saving challenge, and I started this one on the, I can show it to you in my binder, on the 24th of the 4th, and it's got here saving challenge. And because I started it late, obviously it was 36 weeks to Christmas, because obviously it's 52 weeks in a year. So I started it late and I finished it early. But when I finished it early, I decided that I wasn't going to add anything to it. I completed it a while ago in July, and it was adding up at £360. And I've got it here, completed for 2023. And the reason for doing so is that I said I would be using it for Christmas presents. And so it didn't actually go into the bank. It was just funds set aside. And obviously now we're almost in the 3rd week of November, and I have used it for Christmas presents. I have bought Christmas presents. I have them wrapped, and I will be showing you the evidence here. So I'm going to insert a picture here to show you what I've done with the funds, and that, you know, I'm keeping it real. This is what I've done with it. So here we go, just bear with me. So this is the evidence now. So moving forward, what I wanted to say to you is, when it comes to saving challenges, you know, it doesn't matter what anybody might say to you, whether you're slotting a fiver, whether you're slotting a coin. It's just best to try. And then once you try, you really will feel better, because every day I do a challenge, you know, and maybe complete a challenge or something that is ongoing, I feel better for it. Because, I mean, you know, sometimes somebody sees you drop in a coin and they might, you know, have a giggle. But at the end of the day, you're making progress, you know, some kind of financial progress to where you want to be, whatever it is you want to strive for. And that's the most important thing. So that is it really. And this is a perfect example of one thing that I budgeted for Christmas presents. And because I budgeted early for them, I was able to get those funds. I don't have to wait for a payday. I don't have to wait for anybody to give me any funds. I could just go out and get the presents. And the other thing that I actually budget for on a monthly basis is petrol. I have an envelope here, as you can see, and it says petrol funds. I'm going to open it and show you what is in there. So I have these funds, and every month I add £50 to it, and it's for petrol, and I put it in here. And the last time I added some funds to it, it was around my payday. So I just want to show you, I kind of added it the same time as when I slotted my envelopes, and I've got it here to show it to you. Oh, no, it's not this one, sorry. It is, I think it's the one where's it gone? Behind, actually, yes, behind. So I have it here. Petrol funds, 23rd of the 10th. The balance, what I've just shown you in the envelope, is actually £6.25. I didn't count it because obviously I am not banking it. It is to be used for petrol. And I said in a previous video that when you are in a family and you work in unison, it is a win-win for everybody, because I don't own a car, but I have a petrol budget. So obviously I am married, I have 2 adult children, and there is a car in the household. And anybody can move it. You know, the petrol is never an issue because I have petrol fund. The amounts that I put in my petrol fund is my choice. It wasn't under duress. I was just thinking, oh, I'll put £50 in to this petrol fund, because I was just thinking to myself, you know, if you're moving around London, getting on buses, getting on trains, you're going to spend more than £50. And it doesn't matter where I'm going to go in the car, whether it be near or far. Petrol will never be an issue if you have petrol fund. So at the moment, I am the only one putting funds in the petrol envelope, because I don't think anybody needs to. But if that was the case, I don't think it would be an issue for any family member. I just think that it's nice to kind of do something that maybe one person, the onus is not always on one person, and so far it's been working okay, and it's slotting together nicely, and we seem to be doing what we need to do without a hiccup. You know, my husband still drives around and compare prices, but you know, that's just his way of doing things. But I just feel that sometimes when you budget for things, it actually makes sense, because when you budget for something, it's done and dusted. You've got the funds to cover it. So, you know, the proof is in the pudding, and I've just shown it to you. So that's it really. This was my saving challenges and the 2 things that I budgeted for. You know, and I'm moving forward, and I'm looking forward to the end of the year and tallying up and see where I got, and sharing that with you. So once again, I'd like to say to you, thank you for watching, and I hope that you've taken something from the video, and I hope that by me showing you the challenges and telling you how many weeks it took me, that you'll be inspired, whether it be a fiver, whether it be a coin, whether it be a note. And I really, really want to keep it real on the channel, and I really want, you know, you to be a part of the Stash and Save crew. And I just believe that if I can do it, I think that anybody can do it, because I think that I have the most mediocre income going at the moment. But I'm just trying to think ahead, because I always think at the end of the day, you know, anything can happen. You know, your income can change at a moment. But if you make a commitment to save any way or form, it means that you'll always be ahead of the game. So that's it. So once again, if you've tuned in, thank you. And if you're a subscriber, thank you. And if you are thinking about trying to challenge, I want you to do so. And I appreciate anyone that's taken time to click on the video and watch it. And I hope you've taken something from it and you'll use something that may have inspired you, or something that you've learnt, or something that you've heard. So once again, I'd like to say, remember, it's not what you earn, it's what you keep. Pennies make pounds and pounds have use. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So in the meantime, take care of yourself. God bless, and see you soon.